maybe it's time.
Johnny Depp last night talking about the assassination of President Trump. Now, Depp has since supposedly apologized for those remarks, but what does President Trump's family think about all of these vicious, vile, hateful attacks? Well, joining us now is Trump for President senior advisor, the president's daughter-in-law, Eric Trump's wife, Lara Trump, is with us. How are you? Good to see you. I'm sorry again that, we have you back to talk about, a lot of hatred that is focused right on your father-in-law and your family. And I know he has since said, I intended no malice. Okay, when you talk about assassination, how do you not intend malice?
It's really sad, Sean. I mean, listen, you're right. We're back here talking about it again, and at least he apologized, I guess. It's really disappointing.
I intended no malice. Does that sound like an apology?
Well, listen, I was in Iowa with my father-in-law for the rally the other day. What I can tell you is the people in this country are sick and tired of this sort of thing. They don't think it's cute. They don't think it's funny. Johnny Depp is not doing himself any favors with fans of his by doing things like this. And, it really does speak to a bigger problem, which is that this sort of thing has become normalized. We see what happened with Shakespeare in the Park. We see Kathy Griffin. We see late night hosts, Madonna going to blow up the White House. This is just, it's out of control, and it's really, really sad. And as a family member, as an American, it's incredibly disappointing.
What's very fascinating to me is, I don't hear Nancy Pelosi saying, guys, everybody on my side of the aisle, stop. I don't hear Hillary saying it. I don't hear any real Democratic leaders saying it. And why are their voices so quiet in all of this? Because I've got to believe that if it was them, they would be very outspoken and probably attacking every conservative and demanding that they denounce it.
Well, let's be very clear. This has never happened in this capacity to any other president. It is happening to Donald Trump because he is Donald Trump, because their candidate failed, because they have nothing else to say. They have no platform. They have no real leader. They have no real message. And so the only thing they can do is pile on the president. And unfortunately, it's to the detriment of this country. And instead of trying to be proactive and help pass legislation that might be beneficial to people of this country, instead it's just all anti-Trump.
Yeah, I actually think the real reason behind this is he is a threat to the establishment, to the deep state,
Absolutely.
To the swamp. And there are so many real swamp creatures, Democrat and Republican, Lara.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all over the map. And when I see what happened in Alexandria, Virginia, and we got targeted assassinations now and targeted assassination lists, and literally a Nebraska Democrat praising the Scalise shooting, hoping this man dies when he was fighting for his life, and 30 GOP congressmen have been targeted because they support the president. This is not a one-off. This is not isolated. This is now leading to real violence and real assassination attempts. And I don't know why the left, I don't know how they continue to get away with this, because I know I would be targeted for firing, and probably rightly so.
No, and
you're
exactly right, Sean. I said it, actually. I got a chance to speak just before my father-in-law did to people in Iowa. And I said the exact same thing. The only reason that you see all this hate coming his way, the only reason the mainstream media is broadcasting lies day after day is because they are incredibly scared, because they know what Donald Trump is going to do. They already see the great things that he's doing. They don't publicize them, of course, but they understand that Donald Trump is there to clean up Washington, D.C., and that threatens their life very much. Their livelihood, the way things have been going for a long time for them, is about to change, and they all understand that.
Yeah. What specifically do you make of, again, the silence too? Because every election season, although it's not true, I'm a conservative. Conservatives are labeled racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic. I can't even think of all the phobias I'm supposed to have that I don't. But more particularly, the attack against women. I don't know if you remember, Mitt Romney had, quote, binders, women's resumes, women he wanted to hire. And it became, quote, sexist of him to have that. But the specific targeting of you and Ivanka and Melania, and even, can we not leave an 11-year-old kid alone? Just leave the kid alone. Don't let him turn on the television and see an ISIS pose with the severed head, bloodied head of his father.
It's really sick, Sean. And I mean, I think what we're seeing is that the Republican Party is becoming the only party of tolerance here in the United States. That's what the Democrats like to label themselves. But we see it every day. I see it on posts on my social media. We see it with Barron. We see it with the First Lady, with my sister-in-law, Ivanka. It's really sad that these things are happening. But, you know, the party of tolerance, the left, I don't think they can claim that anymore.
All right, Lara Trump, thank you for being with us. And congrats, by the way, on your baby soon coming. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And up next on this busy, breaking Friday news night, tonight here on Hannity.
Should he recuse himself?
Well, he's very, very good friends with Comey, which is very bothersome.